my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce Anyamu. My people, politicians and their wahala, Nigerian politicians and their wahala, all this thing they call godfatherism, when is it going to end in Nigerian politics? My people, this is a video that they were Arise was interviewing Oshomhle, and you see the way this man was fighting. You see the way this man was just to throw blow. It was the only thing that left in this interview, because they asked him, why is it that your candidate Monday cannot come for interview? And before he was campaigning to be a Edo State governor, they invited him several times for interview. He declined. Why is it so? My dear people, it's not you see the bomber to bomb Oshomhle is giving to these people, to these Arise people. I thank God that Abati is not there. Rufai is not there. Ayo is not there. Even it's only Njidika that is there. If not, somebody like Rufai today, hey, they will set blow in this studio today. Anyway, my people, okay, this is terrible. I beg, let us just listen and see what happened in this video, because I was watching this video, I was shocked alive, and I just sit down and say, God, what is happening here? You see the way Oshomhle was opening his eyes, fighting for the belief, fighting for Monday that did not won the election, that they rigged the election and sit him there and put him there. It's Monday is like somebody, they just went inside the bush and tied him and said, you must sit down in this seat, you like it or not. So this makes us to understand that everything people have been saying, that it's Oshomhle that is going for this is sitting in that seat, not even Monday. It's just putting Monday there for common flag. It's just true. Anyway, my people, before I continue, let's just watch and hear what it is about.
My thought about what? Excuse me?
History repeating itself. Like you said, you went to the courts, you disputed elections, and you emerged victorious when you did it. Do you see any possible case here where Aswe Godalo goes to court and the exact same thing happens that happened to you in Edo State?
With all due respect, that's an unhelpful question.
Why is that?
Because if you want to trace this thing, wait, you can't pick and choose. In 2020, people took Obaseki to court, believing that he rigged the election in collaboration with some element in INEC and in APC. And the court returned Obaseki as victorious. We left it. We questioned his certificate. The court said no, his certificate was in order. So, is it the first time that somebody goes to... You quote the one in which I won. There are many more cases in which those who went to court lost.
Of course, that's a possibility
So that's
too.
why
That's a possibility
logic,
too.
Wait, when you ask me to predict what the court might find, with all due respect, that's an unhelpful question.
So what is it
If
to
I
you
should be
then?
subjudice,
No,
because you allow
that's
the
not
court to do their work.
That's not subjudice.
Yeah.
That's not subjudice. What is it to you then, Senator, that makes your candidate...
No.
Can I finish asking? That makes your candidate the right person for the job? I mean, people have been concerned that he doesn't really even do TV interviews. I think he did one with the BBC. What do you think makes Okpeholo the right man for this job?
Your question is still academic question.
How?
Because only Edo people can decide. Now, listen, only the voters in Edo State, and not you, can decide which kind of person they want as a governor. If they prefer even a deaf person, who are you, with all due respect, to sit in Lagos and say, no, Edo people are wrong? Are you so privileged to do in a democracy? In democracy is an equalizer. Now you describe him as a mechanic, You describe him as this.
Who described him as a mechanic?
No, you have to listen. Allow me to answer this question. Allow me to give you this example. The president of Brazil today, Lula, he was a panel beater. He rose to become the head of the panel beater unions.
All right.
And then to become the president of the Brazilian trade unions. From there, he became the president of Brazil.
But who described him as a mechanic?
Defeated professors, defeated doctors, etc. Now, Obaseki and his wife did.
Okay, so don't say you, sir. Don't say you. I'm asking you what you think makes him the right person for this job. And all I did was point out that it's been noticed that he also does not necessarily do television interviews, except for one that's been noted with the BBC. I don't really see what's so wrong in that. I'm asking you to promote the candidate that you've supported. What makes him right for the job?
Now, you are being unfair. And you are demonizing Edo voters by that question.
How?
You are to get yourself the power to decide. It is the electorate and it's a secret ballot. Do you understand the logic behind the idea of secret ballot?
All right.
That you vote as you want and nobody, not a television host, not a policeman can question you. Why did you vote for this person rather than this person? That is the beauty of democracy.
All right.
Which you don't seem to understand.
All right, Mr.
For you, it's about fluency, it's about motivational speaking.
Okay.
No.
All right. Senator Oshomhle.
If it's that easy, the way you talk, your eloquence,
No problem.
your eloquence on television should be enough for you to be the governor of your state.
No problem.
Who said I want to run for office? I mean, I'm just asking a question. I don't see why you're getting so defensive about that, but that's okay, Senator. We can move on.
That question is so helpful. You can't ask me after an election.
All right, Senator Oshomhle.
You can go to Edo and interview the voters. Why do they prefer this man to this man?
All right,
Because
let me
for
see.
you, the criteria for being elected.
All right, let's see how we can get ahead here. Now, you have rightly said that he should not be judged, Okpeholo should not be judged on the basis of his inability to communicate in fluent English.
I said you cannot judge him.
Right.
So
No,
people can make that decision. And when they have made it, you are not at liberty to question their choice.
Absolutely. We're not questioning their choice now. We're not questioning their choice now. May I speak? May I speak? May I speak? You said that he's campaigned in his language, and it worked, right? You said he's campaigned in his language and his work. But now that the campaign is over, can he communicate to television viewers, whom you've rightly said are not important to win the elections? That's the actual question. Are you sure that he can? Because you have said that we make that mistake, assume that anyone who doesn't appear before us are not, important. He has won using his language. Now, can he communicate to television viewers now? Because it's not Edo people he's talking to now. He will have to speak with the whole of Nigeria and perhaps foreign investors.
Listen, this is the point I'm making. This is exactly the point I'm making. That he should communicate with television viewers.
Correct, he has
Are
to.
television viewers more important? Excuse me. The television viewers, are they to decide for Edo voters?
No, I just said that the campaign is over. No, the campaign is over. The campaign is over. He has won the election, as you have said. He has won the election. I believe the question, many Nigerians are... No, the campaign is over.
Excuse me?
The campaign is over.
No, you twisted...
Senator.
You twisted one fact. I did not say... No, listen. Madam, you twisted one fact.
Yeah.
I will let you to go...
Go ahead.
When you analyze it, we watch. Even when you are fatally wrong, we watch.
Go ahead.
I said the campaign in his native language. I didn't say so.
I'm sorry?
I didn't say he used his native language to campaign.
Okay.
I said at no time.
Okay.
Did I say, and if I did, play it back.
Okay,
At
whatever
no time
language
did I
he
said
used. Whatever
that he
language he
campaigned.
used.
Allow me to finish.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
Why do you interrupt?
No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
It is not true. I did not say he campaigned in his native language.
We have accepted that
Edo
fact.
has 3 main ethnic groups. Okay, allow me to finish. I said he went directly to the people, village to village, community to community. And in some of the community, they don't speak his language. He communicated to them in the language the community people will understand. He spoke to them in English. On your Arise television, he spoke to the fact that he will do, because I saw one of your analysis, you said he never told people what he was going to do. Of course he did. He said he will employ teachers within the first 3 months, within the first 100 days in office, because he doesn't accept the situation Edo is, in which you have 2-3 teachers in a whole school, one of which is the headmaster, leaving you with 2 teaching staff. He said he will employ both in primary and secondary school. He spoke to the fact that he was going to support farmers with modern farming instruments, and he will provide loans free of interest. He said he will support market women with free loans. He talked about doing everything to work with the security agencies to make Edo, to deal with security challenges in Edo State. He spoke to so many things that he was going to do. He said he will resume construction of new schools because our population growth rate is on average about 3%. So if you don't build more schools, you're going to have crowded classroom. He said he rejected the idea, as we saw during the campaign, of many schools without roof. And a child started sitting on the floor. And that he will build new schools, employ teachers. He spoke about many things. How do you investors? Investors, let me tell you, don't be carried away by Nigerian governors or anyone who goes to Europe or whatever to say. Investors have their own way. Which place is still safe for us? I am here speaking to you with pride to say that while I was governor of Edo State, I didn't have to go to Arise Television to invite the companies that came to Edo. I went to Dangote, not speaking Queen English to Dangote. My brother, you be help me when I be governor. Now, come and locate factory. Because in Edo, I want our people to get job. And today, Dangote cement is in Edo. I call a Boa. I say, Boa, this your Okpeholo cement you bought to. Look, as of today, you are using it to the bag. That one no go agree. I make a statement. If you don't rebuild it, I go revoke it. Whether I say so in my language or I say so in Hausa, East Hausa speaking, I'm Edo speaking. In the end, today, Okpeholo, you have giant Boa cement, you have giant Okpeholo cement. I didn't need to go to television to talk to them. I talked to them one-on-one, face-to-face. And if you say these are Nigerians, I got Chinese people who came to Edo. Chinese are not English-speaking people. They are today manufacturing from scrap iron that are used for construction. They are manufacturing all sorts of things in Edo, including glass and ceramic tiles. All this recruited to Edo. Now, the Azura power plant that is in Edo today, I spoke with them, not through television, that Edo can easily become a power hub for Nigeria. And because we have huge deposits of gas and other sources of power generation. And President Goodluck Jonathan came to do the groundbreaking of that giant factory that produced over 700 megawatts of power. And all of this were not done through television. No real investor will take you for what you say. Action speaks louder than words. So Monday we communicate with those who want to be communicated with. Yeah. How he does it is his choice. And I want you to understand one thing, which you are missing completely. And this is the last point I will make, then you can have the day. The responsibility of a governor or of a president is not to be jack of all trades and master of all. He just needs to have the discipline to identify who can get a job done. Even if he were a professor in many fields, he cannot be a professor of law to become his own legal advisor or commissioner for justice. He's not going to be an engineer to become the commissioner for works. He's not going to be a professor to become the commissioner for education. He does not need to be a successful trader to have a commissioner for commerce. Come on, what leadership entails is the discipline to recognize that you do not know everything and be humble enough to identify those who have the skills you need to manage those aspects of governance and society in a manner that will deliver the greatest good to the greatest number of people in the shortest possible time. That is the business of leadership. And when I talk like this, don't question me because I have governed, you haven't.
All right.
And in my second term, don't people Wait. In my second term, I won 18/18. And my opponent did not go to court because it was so clear. And I know what I did. I am not an engineer. I should say, Ashwell also called me a tailor. And I said, okay, a tailor is even more popular in the typical community. Because those of you there, if I see your suit, I can tell you the designer who made it. Right. But the board member who is, oh yes, because I'm a tailor, I know the value of clothes. When I see OG, when you dress in your favorite color, red, I can tell you if you ask me who is the designer. Right. And of course, those making fashion in Lagos, they know most of the women who want to make fashion for Salah, for wedding, for all sort of things. A typical board man talk to 10 people or a 7-man board. He doesn't connect with the ordinary man as a tailor does. All right. He thought he was insulting me by saying I am a tailor. I would wish to be a very good tailor. Okay. So I can sew his clothes when I doesn't wear coat.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one
so
for.
There's no difference between wearing coat and wearing suit. Yeah,
that's a good one for tailors and designers. There, we also root for people like that. So we're on the same page as far as being proud of what you do is about. But I'd like to make 2 quick clarifications, distinguished senator. You referred me to the dictionary regarding the adjective that you used in describing Mr. Asue Ighodalo has been unelectable. And I'd like to report back to you, yes, that this is how the dictionary defines electable. And it says of a politician or a party having the qualities which make election likely or possible. And an example would be something like he was the most electable candidate in the field. I understand the point that you were trying to be a bit professorial, but I'm afraid that being electable is not about necessarily being victorious. Electability has to do with the qualities that voters will see in you. And I think that it would be inaccurate, therefore, to describe any candidate, particularly a candidate that came second in an election that is still being challenged as unelectable. That's one. The second point, again, on the issue of clarification, will be the manner in which you dismissed the question regarding situation room and of the APC during last Saturday's election and what it came up with. I'm surprised that you were being dismissive of a situation room, given the fact that APC in particular is the leading proponent of situation rooms. As a matter of fact, during the last general election that got Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu the president, you saw that there was a lot of emphasis on what the situation room would produce. And you saw how the former Minister of Works and former Governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola, was in charge, one of the key people in charge of a situation room. So when you say, in response to a question about what figures did you get in your own situation room, and if it tallied with what INEC eventually produced, we were just saying that this is what APC would do normally. But here you are telling us that it's needless, it's unhelpful, and that it is not your duty to do that. I thought I should bring out those 2 clarifications to you, because this is what your party does in almost all the elections. My question, therefore, if you don't mind, sir, very quickly, will be to, on the back of what my colleague Lila asked about what you saw in the candidate Monday Okpeholo. And I have great respect for him as a politician. But you see that we do not know so much about him. And part of why people do not know a lot about him is because he is very reluctant to engage with the generality of people outside of campaign situation. Therefore, my question, sir, would be that what sort of a person he is. We've seen him kneeling down for President Tinubu, which shows humility, if you like. We've heard a few things about him, but what do you, how will you say Monday Okpeholo is to somebody like me, to us in the studio, and to the good people of Edo State who are now looking beyond the election? With Senator.
Okay, thank you very much. Allow me, sir, to answer this in the way that I can. As for the issue of situation room, I was a Deputy Director General of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's campaign council In addition, I am a very close friend of former Governor Fashola and former Minister of Works. Yes, we set up situation room. I'm just wondering, when we have celebrated an outcome of an election, you are seriously asking me whether the figure we saw in APC situation room in Edo, whether I believe it was the same as the one INEC declared. What you see in channel television, even on Arise television, even when people question it, you defend it. Edo situation room was not by me, but the figures that the INEC released and the figure of my party, they are not different. They are not different. You expected me with all seriousness to say, oh yeah, the question, the figure, we had more votes, INEC reduced the votes. That is now academic, with all due respect. Something is academic when it is no longer of value. It's like you are crying over or commenting over spilled milk. If you comment over spilled milk so that the milk will be back in the bottle. So I thought we should discuss about what is now relevant. Right. With all due respect, those questions, if as well like, you can go and test them in court. That is only responsible thing to do. And I also saw some of you when, after the result, that Obaseki is appealing to people to, to take TCG, etc. Who are the people? He said it's a do or die. After he said it's a do or die before the election, just after the election is preaching peace. Yesterday, I was on the street of Benin, day before yesterday. We went around Benin City, and I don't know where your camera, because your Arise TV was there. Play back the street on the unedited version. You will see people celebrating. You will see people hailing us, hailing the candidate, hailing me, and hailing all those who were involved in that roadshow to say, thank you for trusting us, and we assure you, and the governor says, I will assure you I will do what I will do. That is what is relevant right now. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't agree. I don't agree that you people in the studio need to understand who Mode is. You don't need to. Because Mode is not accountable to you. He's accountable to those who voted for him in Edo State. And even those who voted against him in Edo State. He is now the property of Edo people. Not the property of anyone, including you, if you are not from Edo State. If you are from Edo State, yes, you have the locus. His mandate was to govern Edo State, not to govern Nigeria. He didn't bid to govern Nigeria. And he seeks to do all of those things that are of concern, that will improve the welfare and the well-being and prosperity for the people of Edo State. Even if you are not from Edo State, but you reside in Edo State, you are entitled to expect benefits. But for God's sake, if you live in Lagos, you are not from Edo State, Mode has no duty to you.
So in that case...
But if you are from Edo State and you live in Lagos, Mode has obligation.
So in that case, why did Governor-elect Okpeholo visit Lagos to come and thank Governor Sanwo-Olu? Why didn't he just sit in Edo State? If we're going to go by that idea that that someone only belongs to a state. So what exactly was he finding in Lagos, looking like he wanted to take a page from Sanwo-Olu in the studio, cannot ask questions about a governor-elect in our own country, then why was he in Lagos, in where our studio is, coming to thank Governor Sanwo-Olu? Because I mean, that is surely, you can see that that's the exact same logic. What does he want to do in Lagos then?
All right. I forgot the name now. My dear sister ma, for any man who understands Nigeria culture, if somebody came to visit you when you are celebrating, or he came to visit you when you are bereaved, when you have recovered, you will call the people and say, thank you for your condolence visit, or thank you for coming to celebrate with me. You don't need to be part of the family. If Governor Sanwo-Olu left Lagos to Benin as a mark of solidarity, exactly the same way I saw on Arise TV that Governor Fitiri of Adamawa State came to Edo to join in crying over the defeat of his party. And if Monday they decide that those governors that came to Edo to show solidarity, he has to go and also say thank you. You find something wrong with that? Exactly the same way, before going to Lagos, we first went to Edo to thank Edo people. Thank you for the trust. Thank you for investing trust in me. Sorry, my voice is a little cracked because of the campaigns. So how can you say, why did he come to thank Sanwo-Olu? That's a problem for you too.
No, sir. I mean, we have offices and we have scores of citizens from Edo States at Arise. We have scores of citizens from Edo States at Arise. We do work in Edo States here at Arise News. Why wouldn't it be of interest to us to know what kind of a man the governor-elect is? Why is this something that you are so defensive over? I don't understand.
It is not for nothing. Check the records. I spoke to your chairman and I said, I'm surprised that Arise is not featuring in our live coverage. And thereafter, you saw Arise, through Arise Television, many people saw us on the campaign trail. They listened to Monday enumerate all of the things he will do upon being elected. So he spoke to Arise. But what you want is that he must live and talk to you as a person, not to the institution of Arise. Now, Monday can decide, as even US president will do, they sit down and address the press, or they address State of the Union address. It is not that he must go to a studio to be interrogated or interviewed by people who are very, very biased.
And also on this thing of bias as well, that you keep on saying, on this thing of bias.
You now mentioned to me, you've just said,
has Arise not
because of your narration.
Has Arise not always supported
because
you?
Of your narration, you mentioned that, wait. Excuse me. In the course of your narration, you refer to his interview with BBC yesterday, when Ati Oji presented his, referred to Monday's ancestral speech. And I said, wow, the guy can speak English. What did they say cannot speak? And I saw somebody else saying, speaking English is not enough. English is a legal fracas. Yet, on Arise TV, during the campaign, you were saying, even if he cannot speak English, he can come and speak broken. Somebody will say, one of your colleague, Ayo, you.
Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, Nigeria politicians, so you will not keep person. Hey, God, guys, did you people really listen to this Oshomhle, what is his name said? This man, you see Nigeria, somebody that the people, elected, Edo State is in Nigeria. So if anything happened in Edo State now, everybody will talk about it. Is it not so? So why is it that the governor cannot come to interview? This is exactly what happened during our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All the interview, the town hall meeting, the everything, the only place Bola went to was when this American, when they went to, what is the name of that conference? Oh, I forgot. That is the only place Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to. In Nigeria, all the interview they invited that man, he never show up. He never show up in any one. All the candidates were going for interview, but Bola never go. I don't know why is it that APC, they are always fond of this thing. Why are they feeling so reluctant to go for interview? Why are they feeling so pompous to go to interview? Because they know what they have to do. They know that they will use money to rig the election and they will sit down in that position. Nothing can happen. They know everything that they can do. That is why you see they don't really care. They don't really care about anybody. They don't really care about people. They don't even care about the masses. They don't even care about the people. They know that with their power, with their money, with their influence, they will put whoever they want to put there. Then they will come here and start telling us cock and bull story. But behind, they are doing the worst things, my people. Only God will save us in Nigeria. You see, God, I'm just praying every day for God to save us. That is the only thing. Just imagine what this man is vomiting out of his mouth. He's just crying for the bereaved. It's just, before you ask him any question, he will not even allow you to talk. His mouth is so sharp. What kind of a man is this? He's just talking, arguing, speaking the way he ruled, the way he governed Edo State, what happened, how he did, that Monday they're supposed to come to interview in a rice. They only say he has not been in any interview, except from the one that he did with BBC's Pidgin. My people, Nigeria, anybody not allow me Nigeria happen to Ram. You see, this is our country, Nigeria. Nobody should allow Nigeria to happen to anybody, because this country is finished. This country is inside the well. Yes. Anyway, I don't have much to say in this video. If you people have watched to this time, please drop your own opinion. Drop what you think, because I know that this man is going there to sit. It's not even the Monday. This is the man that is going to rule Edo State now. This man is going to be the governor of Edo State, not even Monday. Monday is just there for fancy. Monday is just there like picture, like frame that they just put there. People will come and say, oh, look at this frame. But behind the frame is Oshomhle that is there. Yes. You know, people have been saying this. I just say, but for this attitude that this man just did now, I believe this man, this Monday is just a frame. Behind the frame is Oshomhle. Yes. Anyway, my people, godfatherism, you see this godfatherism, this politician that they are putting their own person there, you see that they will come. And the worst part of it that always make me, I don't understand, is that is why you see a governor will govern a state for 8 years. He cannot do anything for that state. He cannot even build one school or create a road for that state, or he will even be owing his own workers. Why? Because when he has money, when the state government or the allocation come into the state, they have to share the money 50-50. They will share the money 50. Sometimes they will get 40-60. Then the 60% will go to godfather. Then the remaining 40%, what are they going to do with that 40%? Because them that are there, they need their own to put in their pocket. So how much is going to be left for them to use to build the state? It's impossible. Okay, for example, just look at Alex Oti now. Because nobody put him there. People voted for him genuinely. No godfather that put him there that will say you have to be sharing 50-50 with me. You see the way it's progressing. You see the way the state is progressing. Because there is money for him to build the state. Nobody's asking him, come and give me 50% of that money. We agree, our agreement is for you to be giving me 50%. Nobody's asking him of that. That is why you see he's building the state, is doing everything, constructing the road, doing everything. The people of Abia State are very, very happy. Abia State that has been abandoned for decades. Just look at the way that man came in, and because there is no godfather that is telling him, come and share the money 50-50. So all this thing that is happening, you see, godfatherism in Nigeria is the only thing that is spoiling Nigeria. If there is no godfatherism, they allow the people to vote their own choice of a candidate. All this thing would not be happening in Nigeria. Nigeria will be good because they will have enough, and they will still have, for example, if they get that 100, at least they will use 50 to build the state, and 50 will enter their pocket. At least we will still see what they are doing in that state. So, my people, what do you people think about? Am I right or wrong? Comment in the comment section. That is what I feel, and that is what I know that is happening. So I have speak my own mind. I've said my own opinion. So it's left for you people to comment in the comment section if I'm right that the problem of Nigeria is godfatherism. Yes, all these politicians, they have, I will put you there, you give me 50% of the any money that enter the state, you give me 50%. Then the other 50% now, what are you going to do with it? Because you yourself that you are sitting in that seat, you need money too. Thank you very much. If you have watched to this time, I really appreciate every one of you. Please guys, subscribe to my channel, like, share, please, and give this video a thumbs up. Just support so that this video will go viral. I know that if, yeah, just support. Give me your own opinion. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.